Hello everyone, my name is Christian, and today I will be talking about 5 games in about 5 minutes. There also won't be a theme to this video. It will just be whichever games I feel like talking about. With that said, let's begin. Number 1, Okami. So tell me, have you ever looked at A Legend of Zelda and thought, this was good, but you know what I really want? To play as a wolf! Fuck! Okami is a Legend of Zelda inspired game that has its own identity far different from its inspiration. The main mechanic of the game revolves around using a magic paintbrush to help solve puzzles and fight enemies. And unlike when Zelda tried to use drawing on the main screen as a mechanic, it's actually pretty fun. The other main draw of Okami is the game having a beautiful Japanese art style for its visuals. While the story is by no means the most interesting or deep, with the main character often falling asleep during important moments, Okami is still a great experience overall. With good humor, a plethora of content, and only a $20 price tag, usually on sale for $10, Okami gets an 8.5 out of 10. Number 2, Dragon Quest XI. Oh hey, this is that one game where Smash players got mad about its character inclusion. Oh, and all of these. Dragon Quest XI for Switch was by far one of the best games I played all of 2020. I had never played a DQ game before, but when I heard that the game demo could be up to 10 hours, oh boy was I off to the races. Dragon Quest XI has everything you could want in an RPG. Fun, turn-based combat, a diverse and interesting party of characters, a ridiculous larger-than-life plot that sucks you in and doesn't let go, and boobs! Was I not supposed to say that last part? Yes, while Dragon Quest contains a lot of the typical RPG tropes, it still manages to provide a unique and fun experience that sucked me in for well over 100 hours, with the story being about 65 and the post-game being the rest of that time. As a big RPG fan, I can solidly say this was one of the best purchases I've made, and I give it a strong 9 out of 10. Number 3, Shadow of the Colossus. Originally released back on the PS2, Shadow of the Colossus was an icon to gamers in the past. It was always noted as being one of the few real examples of video games being an art form. The game presents a simple story that really allows you to immerse yourself in the world, while also providing more lore for those interested in learning. The gameplay itself is easy to learn and not too hard to master, which allows for players of all skill levels to jump in and tackle the game's 16 bosses. Except for Celosia. If you're new to games, ask for help on that feline son of a bitch. Shadow of the Colossus, while very fun, gets a lot of its depth from replaying the game and going for time trial missions, mostly. With the game really being a boss rush at its core, it does make sense that the game promotes beating it as fast as possible and rewarding players for their speed as its additional content. While that might be everyone's cup of tea, Shadow of the Colossus still gets a solid 8 out of 10. Number 4, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Is Xenoblade the best game of all time? No. Does the game have some predictable moments and JRPG tropes? Yes. But am I biased? Absolutely. Xenoblade Chronicles is tied for my favorite game of all time, and when the Definitive Edition came out, it was almost everything I'd wanted. Beautiful new graphics, additional content, and numerous quality of life changes. As a longtime fan, I couldn't ask for anything else. Except for them to change the goddamn trading system! Fuck! Xenoblade Chronicles has an incredible plot that has stuck with me ever since I first beat the game back in 2016. Playing alongside Chugga Conroy's Let's Play. I am more than aware of its faults. Not fully using all of the characters, a simple combat system that doesn't take too long to figure out and doesn't allow for much creativity, and the voice actors. They're English! But despite all of this, Xenoblade 1 will always be one of the greatest gaming experiences I've ever had, and it gets at a 10 out of 10 from me. Also, it has 2 contenders for Best Girl Ever, fight me. And lastly, number 5, Tales of Vesperia. What is that? 4 JRPGs on a 5-game list? You may be asking yourself, where's the diversity? It's my list, leave me alone. Tales of Vesperia is another entry in the popular Tales franchise, and while not seen by critics as the best Tales game, it certainly has fans divided on whether it or Tales of Symphonia deserves that title. Tales of Vesperia is heavily character-driven, with a story that keeps you interested the whole way through. The game also offers a heavy amount of side content, that ranges from deep side stories that help you understand and develop the world, to Kowz. And that's Kowz with a K, motherfuckers. The game has a good sense of humor, while also having plenty of moments that make you sit back and go, damn, that was messed up. You get all of this, an addictive combat system, and a hot elf girl? Yeah, Tales of Vesperia gets a 9 out of 10. With those 5 done, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you the next time I want to talk about something that literally no one cares about. See ya!